What's up everybody, it's Bobbers here. I'm actually back with episode number 2 of the Stuck in Champ series, and we're of course still stuck in Champ. I have no idea how many episodes this is gonna be, probably a freaking bunch, but we'll just have to see. I'll get back to you when I found my first game. See you then. Here we are with the first game. Teammate is just M. Dot, and he's calling the fake to begin with. Sure, let's see what happens. Okay. Didn't quite go as planned, but he still has some control. Let's see if I can just get that person out of the way. See, nice one. That's a pretty good start. Let's see how it is unfolds. See if it goes like last time when we lose in the first and second game. It's actually my first game of the day, so I haven't warmed up or anything. So I have no idea how I'm gonna play. I have a lot of time here, so I'm just gonna take it. And go up for this. Should be okay. Gonna let my teammate take the touch here. Just sit back for a while and see what unfolds. Okay, have time again. Gonna push up just to basically show my presence there, so he won't take too much time. And I have the time here to actually rotate home. That's actually like a key figure, you hear me saying it a lot, just taking my time. It's a key figure for like actually, go back to mate, to actually playing good, basically. It's a key figure to just play good, is that you actually take your time, to actually know when you have the time and just take it. And also, of course, if you don't have the time, know that, basically. Let's see, I'm gonna let this bounce. Okay, might have been a bit slow to it. Let's see, my mate should have that and I can follow it up. Ooh, this might be bad. I'm gonna call sorry there, because it was obviously my fault. I could have just let the ball go to him. And it probably would have been better for me to just sit back in that case. Oh, shit. I'm actually pretty good at that in general, just like pressing the wrong buttons and having to correct what I say to my mates. I'm just gonna stay back here. Okay, that's a free goal. Nice one. Snow, like, I've noticed like in my videos in general, there's not really any kinds of highlight plays. I don't really know why. The opportunities in itself just doesn't like kind of present itself like it does in many games. So like there's no double taps, no resets, like ceiling shots or whatever. But it feels like it's still of kind of a high level, since we have like a lot of like passing plays and so on. Let's see if he decided to not follow up with being in position for the pass. I'm gonna just see what I can do here. Getting it backboard. Okay, just don't want to get in the way of my mate. Okay, so it's 2-2. Oof, I have not the amount of points that I want. You can kind of see that at the moment my mate is practically doing everything. Okay, so he's already bashing it. Let's see. Kind of sucks about the community in general. That like many players. Okay, are you gonna take the boost? No. Like many players feel the need to express themselves more than they actually kind of need to. And it's never gonna make anyone happy if you just bash out at your teammates. We've all probably done it at like some point in our Rocket League games. Been a bit toxic, but there's a limit to how far you can actually go or should go. most cases it shouldn't be like toxic at all. He's currently gonna bash that too, okay. It's like there's no reason like this guy is doing. It's like basically it's not gonna make me play better, and it's definitely not gonna improve our like team plays in general. So if you are that guy, please stop being that guy, basically. There's no reason to it. It's not gonna help anyone. Okay, that was a bad touch. I'm not gonna write anything to him. That's like the key rule. If someone's being toxic, just don't talk back to them. Don't try to defend yourself, just let it be. He can talk to himself if he wants to. It's his problem, basically. Okay. That's my mate again. Should be able to have this. Let's see what I can do with it. Not much, but at least I bought like some time. And he's gonna take that boost. Let's see. Need to go home for boost here. Yeah, that's yours again, mate. You have the time. Probably B to this, yep. What is kinda interesting is that he won't forfeit. Like, almost all the time when people are like this toxic, they almost always forfeit after like 3 or 4 goals. It's often like less than it too. Often like as soon as they start bashing you, they start trying to like forfeit or getting you to forfeit. But this guy just doesn't want to do it. Kinda interesting. And I'm just gonna let that go in too. Just for the fun of it. Yeah, this wasn't like the best game in the world for me. Not gonna say that I was better than my teammate and he wasn't justified to actually... Okay, I'm reported too. Oh no. And I was just like justified to actually like saying he's a bad player or anything like that and shouldn't be toxic. Like in general, don't be toxic. I'm gonna queue up for the next game. I'll see you when I find one. So here we are back with the second game. That old teammate is not in the game, so that feels kind of good. I do actually though like recognize that other guy. He has the energy tag on. I think I saw that last game too. So let's see if we can have like some better kind of synergy with him. I'm gonna let this to my teammate. See if he pushes up. I'm gonna take a shell pill here, see what my mate does. He's up for it. Didn't get the best of touches, but at least it's better than no touch. Should be able to have this and actually take some control here. I'm just gonna get this boost. And a 50. Could get it mid. I have time here. Could probably take like an air dribble into a reset. No. Actually still training on those in general, just like trying to air dribble it into reset. I can, for most part, air dribble. I can reset many of the times, but an air dribble into reset, that's one thing that I haven't really mastered yet. Okay, I'm gonna stay back, see what they do. Does they have a second touch? They do. Whoa. That's basically impossible for me to read. It's no problem though for my mate. Maybe shouldn't have gone for it, but on the other hand, I was just standing there waiting for the touch and he could not really know what's going on in my head. That's like also one big reason to not be toxic to people in general, because you have no idea what their intention of what they did was. and they could just be like an awesome player with like just having a bad day. So let's see what I can do here. Um, well, that's a goal. Nice shot and kind of doubted, but a goal is a goal. Whatever gets it in, doesn't really matter if it's a fancy freestyle goal or just that. If it's a goal and it's gonna count. So just take it. Okay, some reason he's AFK. Got the touch at least, so that's good. Kind of in a rough spot though, without boost. But that doesn't really matter. Let's see if he gets the touch. Nice one. What a little play from us. That's how it should be. Just me popping it to him and him doing a little fancy redirect. Let's see if I can actually kill this. Let's see. Nah, not really a kill, but wasn't really a loss on the kickoff either, so... Well, that sucks. No probs. Wow, can't write. Just to make sure, like, that he doesn't feel like too bad about it. It happens to like everyone. Like some of the fanciest goals I've ever scored was own goals. So, okay, that's kind of a lucky touch. Thought actually the boost was gonna be spawned there, but it wasn't. So I'm gonna stay back instead. Okay, that could have been dangerous from my side. See. See here. Okay, will he? No, I'm gonna stay back then. See what he can actually do with it. Okay, he's still going. And there. Had to get up like a bit higher than I actually wanted to get like the touch I wanted originally. No props. Happens. Had to get up like a bit higher. Actually had to double jump to actually get like the good 50 on him. Actually wanted to get like a lot more power on the challenge, but I realized that he was a bit higher than I actually anticipated from the beginning. So I had to actually like double jump to get that kind of height for myself too. I should have this. Mid. Okay. He was almost positioned where it would have been perfect, but not really. I should actually have some time. There is no way that he's gonna put that in. That's not the way you should think though, actually, but... that was a bit too high up. See, okay, I should go up for this. Shit. Could have been a lot better from my side, but at least I challenged so he didn't have like all the time in the world to do what he wanted. This is out, so I'm just gonna take control of it. I have no boost to work with here, so I'm just gonna try to do my best to actually not create like a dangerous situation for us. Okay, my mate should have the time here. I'm to the right if you want to pass me. Oh. Yeah, no props. The thought process was actually like pretty good on that pass. Just could have been a better pass in general. See, it's still 30 seconds left, so it's definitely possible for us to actually get this back. I'm gonna wait for his touch. Get it behind him. Okay, that's not the bounce I wanted. Oh sweet, it's out. Oh, close to being good, but not quite there. Okay, I'm with you, mate. He's gonna go for the solo. Oh wow, okay. I should have been up way earlier for that. I'm gonna take one last game, so I'll see you when I find it. I'll be right back. So here we are, back with the last game of the episode. Let's see if we can actually find ourselves a win in this one. Our mate is K Dot this time. Let's hope he's not as toxic as M Dot. Probably not, because even though their names are very, very similar, they're probably two completely different persons. Imagine that. And my mate starts off pretty good. Let's see if he actually sees my call there. Sweet. Oh, nice little touch there, and he gets the rebound too. Well, this might be a good game. I'm not gonna take the events in advance though. See, for some reason I can't really speak today. Can't usually speak, to be honest, but. And I get a goal too. Way, not the prettiest of goals, but still a goal, as I said earlier. So this actually might be the game we actually do win, hopefully, but let's not jinx it, so I'm just gonna say that we might win the game. That probably unjinxed it, or hopefully at least. Let's see what my mate does with that one. Ooh, nice little challenge. I'm gonna wait for his touch here. My mate is a bit high up, so I'm not gonna do anything too drastic. Okay, pretty much gonna fake it, obviously. Let's get this boost and get behind my mate here. I'm up for this. My mate saw it straight away, so he went home, so that's... Okay, so now this guy is the toxic one? Always at least one toxic player per lobby. Otherwise it wouldn't be a Rocket League game. Or like a Rocket League lobby. Let's see what I can do. This, I can flick it. Whoa, okay, so my mate is toxic too. Well, okay. 50% of the log is toxic this far. Let's see if the other guy jumps on too. Okay, that's not really what I wanted to do. Nice touch from my mate, and he has the control. Gonna stay back and wait for what happens here. Can actually demo him. Oh, should have been back there. Or front. Okay. See, wasn't really ready for my mate's touch there. But should be all good. Okay. That was actually not the touch I should have. Oh. Should have made, but kind of worked out. And one of them just focused on me instead of actually going for the shot, which is good. I'm gonna wait for the events to unfold here. Don't really have the ability to do anything, but my mate is in a perfect position. Oh, and a thing, by the way, like, I mostly solo queue my games. Like in most cases I do the solo queue. I don't really play with like people I know too much. I play with people I know too, but since I play a lot more than they do, I solo queue a lot. And the thing is that you can actually notice in my games is like, yeah, some teammates and people, like players that you get, you might be able to question like why they are at like the level that you are, or like they are. But it's basically like 50-50 if that player is even on your team, they could be on the other team too. And they could also like just be like a really good player with like a bad game. It could be just that. Like, yeah, they didn't mesh well with you, or... Oh, wow, that's close. Sweet of my mate to come up there. Like, in many cases, if you get like a bad teammate, it's not necessarily like, whoa, okay, I was way out of position there. in many cases, it's like 50-50 if that person goes on another team, it's 50-50 that that person just had a bad day. They could also have had like they could also have had like a really good week of playing or anything, like something like that, and just gotten like overranked, and that's not their fault either. So if you're gonna complain on like anything, complain on like the ranking system possibly, but I don't really see the flaws in the ranking system either. It kind of works as it should. Like, yeah, sure, like in many cases, like in the beginning of the season or in like the end of the season, there are like a couple of like boosted players or something like that, but in the end of the day, like the matchmaking works as it should. And he wrote it again just to be toxic. Just so they can see it. That's what I mean. But like some friendly banter like that is like what they put out is like they cannot have been serious. It has to been like a joke or like maybe just like trying to throw us off a bit. And what he put back is just basically him just coming with like the fun comeback. K dot. Wow. uh, everybody knows you're pissed when you ride a K. That's when everything has gone to shit. Oh. What a block though. Actually a bit curious to see what he wrote there. It was something about like pain. Okay, I should probably censor that if I want to have like a serious YouTube channel. Could be a good idea. To actually censor that. I'm not sure if you guys gonna be able to see what that guy actually wrote. It wasn't too nice of a thing to say, at least. That's one thing for sure. It wasn't like too bad either. Let's see if we can all go it. No. It's just a friendly banter, but with kind of some bad languages, basically. That was like the last game of the episode. Hope you enjoyed it. We're obviously gonna be stuck in champ for a while, so make yourself comfortable, because I'm sure as hell gonna do, because I'm gonna be stuck here too with you. Have a good day, everyone.